Gabriel, what is your character's name?
So my character's name is Nadarin.
What?
I did pick from the suggested names, the character
Oh,
sheets.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on just 1 second. I just kicked us lives. No, you're good. Hey, y'all, it's Tony Vicinda here, Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP. We're a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard, and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our hope, our desire is that amazing designers would find great players who love their games, and that amazing players would find great designers whose games they can love. We do that in a lot of different ways, interviews, reviews, other things like that, but we also do actual plays. Right now, we are doing our first ongoing series for a month of actual plays. We are sitting down and playing every Wednesday during June. Down we go. We've got a little bit of a continuity going, mostly directed through my good buddy Richard, who you'll get to meet in just 1 second. But the system is absolutely amazing. It fits on the rules fit on a half sheet of paper that is also the character sheet. The GM rules are another half sheet of paper with a lot of negative space, but it is an absolute blast to just be able to hop in and play. We've played it a lot here on the stream in the past, and right now we're actually working with Markus to develop it up to a print run. You can go get the digital ash can of a lot of the new materials, including some dungeons and some city procedures that Markus put together, all right now at a link that I'll drop into the chat somewhere below, or if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, are already in the description. But I'm super excited to play. And then later on this month, I'll get a chance to hop into the GM seat for it also. But with that said, let's go ahead and meet the other folks that we are playing with. Let's start, because I already mentioned them, with Richard. Richard, tell people who you are, what you do, and where they can find you online.
Hey, I'm Richard Duane. I'm a game designer, creator of Barrow Keep and the upcoming Enoch's Wake, as well as a couple of other games. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing... we're introducing characters, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I'm playing Borba, whose pronouns are also he, him, who is a sneaky character, prone to impractical decisions and maintaining his best friend Finlo the Badger.
Question, so I'm going to kick it over to Liam while I answer that. Liam, tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online, but also tell us a little bit about your character.
We can't hear you, Tony.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No?
There you are. Still muted.
For whatever reason, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, for whatever reason, the new setting on Google, because they just updated things, love to drop my audio whenever I mute myself on my board, which there is zero reason they should do. So I just need to remember to mute myself in the system real quick when I have to talk to somebody. Yeah, my wife has a question for me. I'm going to answer that in just 1 second. But Richard, thanks for telling us who you are. Liam, tell us who you are, what you do, where people can find you online, and a little bit about your character.
Of course.
Tricia,
G'day all, my name's Liam from Sydney, Australia. My pronouns are he, him. I run a podcast called the Hobgoblin Podcast, where I rewrote all of the original 3.5 Dungeons & Dragons Savage Tide adventure path into the Pathfinder 1E rule set and into the world of Galarian because I'm insane. We release an episode every Tuesday morning our time, which I think is Monday morning American Eastern time. So yeah, we're up to about episode 50, and you can find me online at Hobgoblin, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and streaming. I'll actually be streaming some games after we finish this today on my Twitch channel as well, the Hobgoblin Twitch channel. And today I will be playing Esterax the Dark, Cultist of the Fallen. Yeah. Awesome. And his pronouns are he, him as well.
Excellent. Also, the best part is apparently I was still audible on the stream, just not to all of y'all, which is extra fun. So thanks, Jimmy, for letting me know I'm not going insane. Next, let's hear from first time on stream, which also Liam, we've wanted to have you on stream for so long. Liam has been part of the +1 player community since basically the inception. First time we've been able to get you on stream. Super excited. Glad we could make it happen. And
so
also,
and awesome. You have had Charmaine, who is
Yeah.
one of my players as well. So yes, it is awesome to finally get on here after 6 months of being part of the community.
and then new to the community, also their first time. We've got Gabrielle. Gabrielle, tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online. Tell us a little bit about your character also.
Hey peeps, my name is Gabriel. I am, my pronouns are they, them. I am from Brazil, and I am an audio engineer and a music producer. I work with audio and post-production, and I am a ttrpg enthusiast. I'm designing my own games as well. And my character is Nadarin. She is a spellblade, all right, and she can wield a blade as well as spells. That's it.
Huh?
Awesome. And then last but not least, we've got Markus, who is the creator of Down We Go, but also the GM. Markus, go ahead and say hello to everybody. Tell them all the things, but also tell us a little bit about why you made Down We Go.
Hey, everybody. My name is Markus. I'm from Gothenburg, west coast of Sweden. Beautiful weather here today. Summer is just starting. And got to represent my Swedish peeps right there. And I wrote Down We Go as a sort of an experiment for myself, really. I haven't been doing OSR for that long, but I think I'm always like that. Like when I discover something, I want to get to the root of it, to the bottom of it, and twist and turn it around until I, at least for my own sake, like fully comprehend what it's about. And this is my interpretation or like distillation of the OSR. I tried to fit an entire OSR-ish system onto a half a page with character sheet and rules all on one sheet. And I think I did it. And I just posted it on Facebook, like, hey, I did this, and got some great feedback. And Tony reached out, and yeah, the rest is history. And here we are.
Awesome. I've been sharing it around a lot this week, and people are like, well, what's distinct? What's different? And one of the things trying to explain to people is like, they're like, can you just like preview the core rules of the system? I was like, the core rules are all the rules of the system. Like, that's it. That's all there is. The character sheet has the rules on it. There's a few more GM pieces. The things I love about the system is kind of like level as class, which is a little bit interesting also too in the role system you've created, and that ability management as well as inventory management really are the focus of the system. I do think it creates a really solid OSR feel, and more than any other OSR game I've picked up, I would hand it to somebody who's never played an RPG before or never played an OSR RPG before and be like, we can be playing in 5 minutes. Like, I can explain this system to you quickly and easily, the essentials you need to know. You can make a character and we can be ready to go in 5 minutes, which is a tremendous feat. But the other thing that I think is amazing about it is the iterative design you've done. We'll talk more about all that stuff at the end, but the way that the dungeons and the city procedures and everything else have been created allows for a lot of flexibility and shifting realities within a very, very tight package. The information economy in the system is just really great. Total game design nerd thing, not what anybody came here to see. Actually, probably what some people came here exactly to see. But we're going to dive in and get playing. Markus, you had asked Richard and I to give a little bit of a recap about what happened last time.
Yes, please.
Richard, I think Borba was trying to muscle in on my territory, so why don't you start?
I am actually muted.
Yay.
You're good.
The way that you can't hear anywhere. I'm back. Hi. Yeah, last time we went to the really hard to get into office of adventuring licenses for permission to open up and go into a new dungeon area that had been recorded and discovered. And knowing that it's a very bureaucratic process and it's really hard to get into, I may have told people that I was part of a made-up religion who needed to reclaim the temple, and then accidentally that religion actually existed, which is the Church of the Reclaimer. And so then I got stuck working with the Church of the Reclaimer since I had gotten a license in their name.
And my character Thrag is an acolyte of the Reclaimer and was assigned to go with Borba to the dungeon that Borba had discovered some information on. We got a license. We took a couple of we took somebody we found in the marketplace with us, who was really helpful, really great. And then a lava creature started following us at some point on the way, and
lava ghosts. They're
lava ghosts. Sorry,
they were absolutely lovely.
Absolutely lovely. Nicest lava ghost I've only lava ghost I've ever met. It could either be in lava state or ghost state, but not both at the same time. And had a good time. We went in, tried to explore a little bit. A lot of lamps. We found a lot of lamps. I found a cool silverfish type, like a giant silvery leathery skin thing that I've got in my backpack still. I got a cool metal skull that I could hook on my like crook / crozier, and I helped reverse pick a lock at one point in time. Those are the things that I remember that were really important. Richard, what do you remember that was really important?
We found a whole lot of goblins. Despite my attempts to make friends with them, everybody else killed most of them. And we took their weed and went home.
It's true.
Yeah.
We got a pretty good deal on that weed also.
We got a really great deal on that weed for selling only 3 of the 4 bags we got.
Yeah.
We got some. Yeah.
Someone really wanted it. Another thing that MV and Alex, the players from the previous session, I told you all about a legend of sorts, about a band of adventurers, a legendary band of adventurers called Gnorcs Goons, and they were supposedly 5 adventurers. And I asked MV and Alex to describe what kind of rumors they heard about some of them, and I thought I might ask Gabrielle. This legendary band of adventurers, during your time in this grand city, Infinitopolis, filled with dwindling alleyways and seedy bars, what kind of rumor did you hear about Semalin, the magic user? You can actually just make anything up here.
Awesome. So let me think for a moment. I heard about. So there was this rumor that this one time they managed to Semalin managed to cast a spell that opened a rift in reality. Okay, and they did nothing about it. It's just like, cool, I can do it. Let's
All right.
move on.
Awesome.
And nobody knows where this is. Like, legends say it's still like there is a rift in reality open somewhere and unattended.
That is awesome. Okay, and Liam, you have heard some stories about another member of these goons, Gnorcs Goons, and his name is Paras the Thief. And what interesting fact have you heard about Paras the Thief?
Some of the rumors that I've heard, especially running in the darker circles that Esterax does, is that Parax, was it?
Paras with a Z.
Paras. Is that Paras actually made a deal with some unscrupulous forces, which is what made him such a good thief. He had an ability to blend in the shadows and kind of move through them, which is how he managed to get past so many locked doors without having to unlock them.
Awesome.
Wow.
All right. And let me fill Gabrielle and Liam in the rumors we talked about last time about Jonu the cleric. Apparently, this clerical order found some different source for their magic. They tried to master light itself. So all their powers and magic came from light in some way. And you also heard some rumors about Whedon the Fighter, who was apparently very, very strong and fought only with their hands.
Wow.
like no weapons. All right, that's about it. Thank you for the recap. Great recap. So we are right now, you made it back out of the dungeon, back to Infinitopolis to sell off all this stuff. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. This large, bustling, rustling bazaar, just filled with market stalls, small shops, people screaming like, yeah, come buy this, come buy this. And last time when you entered this bazaar, you noticed that everybody was, or almost everybody, was like singing or playing some kind of instrument. There was just music everywhere, different types of music, different instruments. Nothing really matched, but everybody seemed to be, yeah, singing.
A lot of jingles, a lot of sales jingles as we were going.
Oh, yeah. So what do you want to do now? I'm guessing you can just, like, how do you four meet each other? I'm guessing the previous two cave explorers disappeared somewhere into the crowd, and two new people show up.
Yeah, the lava ghost wandered off as mysteriously as the lava ghost arrived, I'm pretty sure, after consuming all the gold, like just dumping the gold into itself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then I think our bloodthirsty friend also had an appointment to get to, and so had to get going with their gold. So yeah, I think we know that it's dangerous down there now. So we've got to find two more creatures, two more people or creatures or whatever, to go down into the darkness with us. And so maybe we should go check near the lamp store, because there's been a lot of lamp action lately.
I really feel like, okay, wait, like, yeah, that's gonna, yeah. 'Cause I've had my hat down pretty much over my eyes the entire time. Like, I really don't want you to see how bloodshot my eyes are right now.
You still have that last bag of weed, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure back in headquarters, there's an entire bag of.
Like, do you folks want to role play how y'all meet, or should we just skip that part and say you all met? And
let's figure out the very broad generalizations of it. Like, so we'll go check out the lamp store. Maybe we all bump into each other at the lamp store. What are each of your characters there shopping for a lamp for?
Darin is looking for it gets pretty candles are like, if you go to study your books and prepare like your magical stuff, candles like over time they get like kind of expensive, so a lamp is gonna be like a little better, and they're looking for, and she's looking for a nice lamp that will keep her awake.
Cool.
While she's studying.
You're looking to make that upgrade from candles to lamp.
Yeah. That's it's kind of one of those things that proves it's a rite of passage for the budding magician. Okay, so you begin with candles, and then actually you don't begin with candles. You just begin with natural lights, and then eventually you move up to candles, and you get to lamps. At some point, you do get to magical light, but that's really arcane stuff.
Cool. Awesome. Liam, what is Esterax there looking for?
Esterax is actually there for the opposite reason to Nadar, and he's actually looking for candles to be used in a ritual by him and some of his fellow cultists. He's looking for different varieties of candles mixed with different substances, ash and blood, and he's been told that they've got a back end of this shop that sells some of those more off-market things.
I really thought you were gonna say the opposite reason, I want to figure out how to snuff the more efficiently, maybe.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll bump into y'all, and we'll let y'all know we know a place where there are tons of lamps. Like, you could come with us and get lamps for free if you want. We know there are at least trying to think. We know there are at least 3 more lamps in there that we haven't touched.
If they're still, there.
Hopefully they got the message last time and went and got a permit. Because we were really upset that they were in there without a permit.
Right. We're supposed to have an exclusive permit, so look, we should really lead with we have the permit to legally go extract lamps and other items that have been left in this underground space, whether recently or historically.
We are, and I lean in so that the clerk doesn't hear me. We are thinking about opening up our own lamp depot if we get enough.
That sounds perfect. Esterax would be straight in.
It's great. Yeah. Also, I should just let you know, I'm also really into goth music, gesturing at the black candles. That's really cool. That's especially with a nice vanilla scent.
That really helps with the rituals, the smell. So.
Oh, rituals. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Rituals.
Another, like, hearing this whole conversation about confiscating lamps. She's like, no. She just, you just hear this voice coming like, no, I just found the perfect lamp. You're not gonna take this one. I spent hours looking. This is perfect. You're not gonna take this one. There's only 3 left, right? Is that what you?
We know of 3, and we weren't even done. Like there's more to explore there. I'm sure that there are more lamps.
We strongly think this is probably goblin craftsmanship. Crafting. We think these are goblin crafted. We did not get a chance to really ask.
I mean, we would have. We just didn't get that far in the conversation.
Right.
Someone cut it short.
Yeah, they have a very aggressive sales style. It can be kind of a turn off. But yeah, the conversation didn't last very long.
Yeah. Apparently, when you bring up needing a permit to explore a dungeon, people get upset.
And they don't want to sell their lamps to you.
Understandable. To be fair, this is probably the first time Everix has been in a dungeon with a permit, so.
I mean, it was my first time acquiring a permit.
It's hard to get a permit.
It is, well, unless you're a religion.
Well, I mean,
I think the storekeeper just like, hey, are you gonna buy anything?
Do you have a lamp that is really hard to break when you just like accidentally knock it against things while you're walking along in a narrow corridor? Because I tend to bump around a lot in narrow corridors, but it's really difficult to break or really easy to break when you lob it at somebody hoping it will explode into a ball of flame.
If I get you right, you want a lamp that easily breaks, burning oil?
Well, when you throw it, it breaks easily, but when you just accidentally just like bump it into the wall, it doesn't crack or anything.
Maybe something with like when the centrifugal force of like a rotating thing happens, then the joints loosen.
Or just like you want something with a pin.
But they cast light.
But the rest of the time is completely rock solid.
I actually do have exactly what you're looking for, my good hobo.
I am wearing a really nice hat. I would like to point out. I say this out loud. I am wearing a really, really nice hat.
Oh yes, that's right. You are. Oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
That is a thing I'm saying out loud to the shop. I am wearing this very extraordinarily nice hat.
Well, this is a old man, like a little hunchback, long beard. He beckons for you to come with him into the back, and he pulls some curtains away, and you step into another part of this store, just random stuff everywhere, like walking into a weird museum of some kind. But he actually reaches up and takes down a lamp that, yeah, he seems to, at least that's what he says, this will do the trick. If you bump into stuff, it's not going to break, and if you throw it, it will explode.
So I give it a light tap against the shelf, just to kind of.
No, he seems to be telling the truth. It holds together.
Very interesting. I'm very interested. What's the cost?
For this and for you, I would like to have 200 gold coin.
Pricey lamp.
It's a very special lamp.
Very expensive lamp.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, I don't know if I have friends.
I don't know if you saw how fancy my hat was.
I have
And the
really
nice
good friends.
head.
And I certainly could refer a lot of people to this store if we mark it down to like 170.
Scratching his beard. You can actually roll a d6 for this. You can do that. If it's 4 to
nice.
6, he will be swayed by your words.
That is a 6 on the nose.
Yeah, business has been going a bit slow lately. I could use more customers. All right, Mr. Fancy Hat. The lamp is yours. 100 gold coin.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow, that has literally never worked before. Thank you, sir.
But don't forget to tell your friends about this store.
Oh, I will not at all. Thank you. Thank you. I wave with the lantern and head out.
Here's the thing. Anyone watching right now, whatever, next time your characters are in need of lamps, go to this store.
Yeah.
Lamp Depot in Infinitopolis is going to give you a great deal.
Yep. Be sure to wear a fancy hat.
Yeah.
Tell them the Badger sent you.
I just want to buy some chalk at a local stall before we go.
Some chalk.
Yeah. It's not on the sheet as a thing, but I would like. Last time we were in the dungeon, there was a moment where I needed chalk and didn't have it, so there's no way I'm not buying chalk right now.
Yeah, you can get like a handful of chalk for, say, 20 gold coin.
Sounds great.
All right.
I feel like at first I wrote down like a torch in my inventory, but I feel like since I'm like purchasing lamps, should I just write it off and swap it for a lamp, or should I? Or do you want to go like kind of role playing?
Oh, it's up to you either way.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. I approached the salesperson, and there is this very tall and a broad woman, with black skin and the cutest, like not the cutest, but like the best groomed, hair like ever. It's really nicely like this person's really well groomed. Okay. And so I am looking for a lamp. I am a budding magician, and I'm looking for a really good lamp.
Tell her the Badger sent you. Tell her the Badger sent you.
The Badger sent me. The Badger sent me.
The Badger. He's a good friend of mine.
Yes.
What kind of lamp are you looking for?
I want a lamp that will allow me to stay up all night.
Let's see. Scratching his beard. I'm sorry. I actually
really efficient on oil consumption.
We actually had a lamp yesterday that matches your description perfectly, but I sold it. Unfortunately, I'm very sorry.
To whom?
A budding magician.
I thought I was the only budding magician in town. Well.
The lamp economy in Infinitopolis is insane.
No, this is absolutely unforgivable. I'm gonna see see that this other buddy magician get what it's coming for them. In the meantime, what's the second best option?
The man with the fancy hat bought my best lamp. All I have
Okay.
left are ordinary lamps.
Look.
I'm also the man with the badger.
The
yeah,
man with the badger in the fancy hat.
Oh, okay. So fine.
He's
that's
not a
real nice hat,
one-dimensional
by the way.
character. How dare you?
That's a real nice hat, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes. Fine. I'll just take a common lamp and the vial.
Oh wait, I have a freebie for you. I've got 2 common lamps.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm not gonna spend it. So I just want a vial of oil for a refill. Should I need to, should I run out of oil or I need to burn somebody on the ground or something?
Yes, you can get that for 50 gold coin.
Perfect. Yes, that's perfect. Yes, there you go.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your business.
Wait. But I was referred to by the badger. So can I? Is that the price with the discount already or what?
Yes, this is with the discount.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Love it. All right. now with all the lamps that we have, Liam, does Esterax need anything, or are we just going to pick up a lamp for you when we're down in the dungeon?
Oh, he'll just pick up. He was here to pick up the black candles, and he's already got those.
Got those.
So, quietly waiting for all of you to come out is like this grey-robed figure with a blank white mask over his face, and all you can see is his eyes, and look occasionally when he lifts his robes, the withered hands of someone who's dabbled in too much dark magic.
Oh, wow. Love it. All right. Is there anything else you folks want to do in Infernopolis before you head back to the dungeon?
I think that's it.
No.
Oh God, no, not after last night.
All right. Okay, cool. So you head back to the dungeon, and there was a metal door right into the mountain. And one thing you noticed last time was that all the floors, walls, and ceiling were made of metal. And the walls had a thin trim. And when you look closer at this, it was symbols of some kind, maybe letters, writing of some kind. You didn't recognize them. But they were just all around on every wall throughout all the rooms you explored. And we talked last time about having a map that you could put up, but we didn't. I forgot to bring that up before.
Actually, I'll look around for it and see if I can get to it real quick. Hold on.
Are these symbols that are scribed on the walls like anything mystical, like anything that someone with some arcane knowledge or some forbidden knowledge might be able to kind of read it or?
They don't look like anything you've ever seen before.
There were two different types of runes. There were the ones around the outside of the door, and then there were the ones on the inside. Are the ones on the outside mystical by chance?
No, they were probably warnings written in. I think you figured out they were written in blood. Very crude, harsh, sharp letters, and the symbols on the walls in the dungeon are kind of soft, smooth, curved, round, billowing, maybe.
Okay.
All right. So, where do you want to go? Do you want to, the first thing you have beyond this door is a corridor up to a junction where you found your first lantern.
Yeah.
To the right, down a corridor, is that door which Tony jammed shut, jimmied. Moving up ahead from the junction is a workshop of some kind where you found your metal head helmet thing. another corridor down to the right that you did not explore from the workshop.
I've got a rough map drawn here.
Oh, cool.
I mean, like how accurate it is, I don't know, and I actually have access to this map. I just didn't compare them all week long.
Oh, this is perfect.
So, I think first and foremost, we should check to make sure that door is still jammed shut. Like quietly, stealthily, make our way that direction. Make sure the door is still jammed shut, and if it's not, deal with that. So
All right,
we'll go in and turn right.
Okay. And you want to make sure the door is still jammed shut.
Yeah. And I guess as we come in, there was a lamp there the first time. Has that lamp been replaced?
The lamp is. You didn't bring that with you, did you? No.
I think
We
that
put that
is-
one out and we took that one out and pulled the wick out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That lamp is gone.
Okay. So it hasn't been replaced. That's a good sign.
Lamps are really high demand. Okay.
Yeah. That's what we're saying. Like this is a valuable dungeon full of lamps.
Especially at 200 gold a pop.
Yeah. How do you make sure the door is jammed? How do you do it?
Well, is the because I drove a spike into it last time. Is the spike I drove into it still there?
Yeah, it is. It is still there.
It is the door still closed?
It's still closed. Yes.
What's behind the door?
When they opened it the last time, they saw some sleeping goblin-type humanoids, and they just closed the door silently and then jammed the lock shut.
Except we mainly jammed it because we failed to close it silently.
Oh, okay. Do we hear anything? Like, is there any movement behind it?
Is there any movement behind it, Marcus?
I think I'm gonna listen at the door and see if there's any movement.
No, you don't hear anything right now.
Okay. Well, if it's still jammed shut, that means they're not going to come up behind us. But we do know that there's more of these goblin things in here because we didn't have conversations with all of them. We know for sure. But there is there a lamp at this intersection?
I'm sorry?
Was there a lamp at this intersection?
No, there was not.
It's further down.
Like from the door where you're at, like say the door is on your right side, the corridor continues straight ahead, and after 10-15 feet maybe there's a left turn as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we want to head that way this time.
Straight down or head left?
Is there light coming from either direction?
No, there isn't.
I have a lamp. Should I light up the path for us? Or oh yeah, what's the lighting condition in this as we walk?
It's dark actually. I was just assuming someone was carrying a lantern or something.
I've got my lantern out. I did want to suggest that we just take every left and then backtrack once we reach dead ends, and then take the next left, and then sort of like work our way sort of in an ordered system.
Methodically.
Like you wouldn't amaze.
Sounds good.
Okay, so a left here. All right, you walk down this metal corridor, very silent, no movement or sounds around you. After about 20 or 30 feet, you notice that the corridor makes a sharp right turn, and when you just peek around the corner, you notice it ends in a metal door, like 10 feet down. And the corridor also continues up ahead with one passage going in left. And on the right side further down, you can see what you assume are the same portcullises you saw the last time, but from the other direction.
Okay.
Are we still good with the go left plan?
Yep.
If we go left here, does it seem like it'll take us back to the workroom?
It does, yeah.
Okay. I think we know this left.
Okay, so let's take the other direction.
The metal
right,
door, right?
the corridor to the right to the metal door.
Yeah.
All right. You don't. You just walk a couple of steps down this corridor, and you all at the same time hear some kind of metal rustling behind the door. Someone is like banging on metal, maybe rummaging through metal.
Okay, so I would like to. None of us is a sneak, right? None of us
I am
is
sneaky.
sneaky.
I'm gonna
Bullbar.
I'm just gonna leave my lamp behind and then try to like crawl very slowly towards the or just kind of scamper very slowly towards the where we hear the sound coming from.
Yeah, well, yeah, somewhere behind the closed door. You can go all the way up to the closed metal door, and yeah, the sounds are coming from the other side. Not very far, just like maybe 10, 20 feet behind the door.
All right, I go back far enough that I can gesture people forward, get my lamp, and go up to. Do they sound like someone's trying to open the metal door, or do they sound like there's
It
somebody
sounds
who's working on the other side of the metal door on something else?
more working, you would say, like moving stuff around.
So it's not like somebody's touching the door. It's like sound coming from the room.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the door have any obvious way to open it?
There is a handle on it, just like the other doors you've noticed, you've encountered in here.
Can we see the hinges on the door?
I'm sorry?
Can we see the hinges on the door?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Is there any obvious lock or deadbolt on the door?
Like how did I describe the lock on the door you jammed shut?
There
Like
were like on that one there were no locks. That's what you told us. We had to we were originally trying to find a way to sort of like keep it so
that's
the
right.
latch didn't. We were trying to make it so the latch wouldn't turn when we
That's right.
messed up and made noise.
Well, this door is just exactly like that one.
I look and it's just like, do we just invite ourselves in? Do we knock?
Oh, I mean, I would just go in.
I nod. I just nod. Yes. Well, like.
All right. I
Hand on the sword. Hand on the sword.
I put a badger on my shoulder for luck.
How broad are your shoulders?
And open the door. Does the door open inward or outward?
Inward.
Inward. So, all right. So push open the door and stand back so that we can all look around the room without sort of like barreling forward into the room.
Okay. So as you open the door, I just cover, like I use my cape to cover like the lantern. So
To cover what? I'm sorry. What do you want to cover?
The lamp, just hide.
Oh,
it.
okay. You want to kill the light.
Yeah.
Hide the light. Okay.
Yeah, without putting the lantern out.
And Borba, you open the door. A smell of decay hits you right in the face, like rotten food, excrement, all kinds of nasty stuff. The room is chock full of metal debris, just maybe old furniture, like a broken desk, huge cabinets, just full of it. And you immediately notice a humanoid right across from you, on the other side of a big hole in this room, covering almost the entire room. So the junk is like around the sides of this hole in the room. And on the other side of the hole is a humanoid, a bit taller than you, made completely out of metal, it seems.
No.
The torso is just a metal box, and then two spindly metal legs, walking about very stiffly, and two metal arms, very like robot-y like movements, and like a box-shaped head too, turning like this. And it has its back to you, and it seems to be looking through the metal, looking for something. And because of all the noise it's making, looking through the metal, it doesn't seem to have noticed you.
How is the lighting inside?
It's dark in there. What? No, actually, it's there is a lantern in there. You can't see it from where you're standing, but the room seems lit from somewhere.
Treasure.
Okay. That's great. Yes. Yes. Loot the lamp.
From where we're standing, can we see any other doors or anything in that room, or does it look like it's a dead end to go in there?
Like, how far do you want to go in? Borba is up first, and this is just what you see from opening the door.
I can sneak in.
All right. Well, you notice that there is a door on the east side and one on the west side. So 2 metal doors away from this room as well. Okay, you want to sneak in? What do the rest of you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna wait until like they give us like a clear command sign,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but stay close enough like to just to jump into the action if you know, push comes to shove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I
What about? Oh, sorry.
if I go over to the east door, do I have to like cross very close to the thing I don't know is a robot?
You would have to be like 15 feet away from it, maybe. But there is a lot of metal scrap. You really have to watch your step not to knock something over or something.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, you know, last night I was around a lot of people who ignored me, even though I was way closer to them in that bar than 15 feet. So I don't see why this robot would suddenly turn around and pay attention to me now. So, but enough about the tragedy of the Pleasure Dome.
Okay, and you want to sneak down to the door on the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see, like, you know, I'm gonna put Finlow on the ground, and we're gonna mimic each other's movements very casually as we walk across the. I'm gonna pull my hat down over my face and put Finlow's hat down over his face, and we're gonna just walk very carefully over to the opposite.
Okay. Anyone else want to go into the room, or do you want to wait while Borba sneaks?
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting while Borba sneaks.
All right. You can give me a sneaky roll. D20 plus whatever levels you have in sneaky.
All right.
Did you switch out your dice for this time?
Yes, I have 2 new dice.
Started rolling D20s this time.
You know, low numbers do exist on D20s. For instance, the 2. I have a 5 on that roll. So.
All right.
Case in point. Yeah.
You actually managed to very carefully avoid the metal debris. You don't make a sound, but your focus on all the metal stuff actually makes you miss a tripwire on the floor. So your right foot just touches, you immediately notice that this is a tripwire, and that tripwire seems attached to like a big pile of stuff just falling down over you for 1 hit of damage. And everyone, the rest of you, hear this like a huge stack of metal stuff just falling down over Borba. And
you also hear Borba dramatically whisper to Finlow that next time Finlow goes first.
Yeah. It gives you a badger thumbs up.
Well, that's our subtlety.
I'm sorry?
That's our subtlety gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our subtlety guy.
And the metal humanoid quickly turns around. He just rotates his torso and just looks at you.
That's freaky.
But it doesn't really do anything. It just like looks at you, like from one person to the other, trying to size you up maybe.
Do you come here often?
You get like an R2D2 sound or something coming out of it. It turns your head towards you and just.
Does anybody speak chittering?
That's really fascinating. I wondered if what kind of work do you do?
Like the eyes start rolling back and forth, like it's like computing, and let's see, working.
Yeah, that's wow, that's really interesting.
I'm gonna make my way over and try to help Borba back onto his feet.
Yeah, you managed to brush all the metal stuff off, and yeah.
So yeah, okay. So I'll come in as well, like to kind of carefully not to step on another tripwire or anything. And I would just say, so if you don't mind, we're just gonna, you just may carry on with your very important stuff. We'll carry on with ours. That's okay.
Okay. He just continues working.
How similar does the head of this thing look to the head that I have hooked onto the end of this crook that I'm carrying?
Pretty similar.
Pretty similar. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this thing just continues working. You can see that it's like it seems to be looking for specific pieces, like pieces of metal, and when it finds it just puts them in a pile, and it keeps looking. And Nadarin, you mentioned that you carefully was like trying to not step on tripwires. You noticed that on your side of the room, the side which you entered, has some more tripwires. But there doesn't seem to be any tripwires on the other side of the room where the robot thing is working.
Okay, so yeah, so y'all just mind your step over there. Look, so like I'm going to look that and that and that and that one too, and that one, and you see the one there, yeah, and that and that and that one too. Oh no, that's the same. Okay, I suppose we can. Okay, let's move on. Oh no, I do have a question. The pile of metal the thing is putting together. Does it have like any? Does it give me any clue as to what they're gathering parts for?
Building something, I guess, and like the parts it's collecting is very similar to the parts you found in the workshop room last session.
Fascinating. I pull my arcane book. I have an arcane book, and
of course,
it's a small little book. Not it's kind of thick, but it's a small. And I just pull a little like a impromptu pen, and I just scribble a couple of notes, make a doodle of the thingy. And is there any reference to this one thing in my studies, or
the closest thing I guess would be like a golem of some kind, like an
automaton.
Yeah.
Okay. Fascinating.
So I have all these scraps of metal in my backpack from last session. Does it?
Yeah.
It looks like those exact same types of scraps.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Because you took them from the workshop, right?
Yeah, I took them from the workshop. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I mean, if this thing's just going to leave us alone, we could probably just keep on going.
Obviously, taking the lamp on the wall with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lantern just like the ones you saw before, but it is down on the in the like left corner of the room from where you entered, and there are some tripwires on the way, but you could, I mean, you see the tripwires now that Nadarin pointed them out for you. So if you want to, you could try to go over and grab the lantern.
Yeah, I wander over to pick it up.
Yeah, no problem.
Now let's go.
Open up the door on the east side.
Before our friend here has any ideas about entertaining themselves with us, let's move on.
Like, I'm like, when I give you directions, when I talk about east, west, left, and right, I'm assuming, I'm describing it like from your point of view, the player's point of view.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Up,
So
up
this
is
would
north.
be the
Right.
huh?
So up is north.
Up is north.
Right. So we came in the west side.
Yes, you did. So you have a door to your north and one to the south.
One to the north and one to the south. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
And he was on, and he was on the west, and he was on the east side, rather.
Yeah. Yeah.
So which one did Borba go towards then? That would be the southern door?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So if Borba's already over there, because we're always going to our left, we should go to that door.
Sounds good.
All right, Borba, you're at the door. It's just a.
Well, I will say so far we have gone right more than we have gone.
I'm really glad my system's working out.
Yeah.
I am a undying servant of chaos, and I have a plan.
So I'm guessing you want to open this door, or?
Same setup as previous doors.
Mm-hmm. You don't hear anything? There are no sounds coming from beyond the door?
Opens toward me or away from me?
Towards you.
No visible locks or bolts that I would need to pick?
No.
All right.
I mentioned the hole, right? A huge hole in the middle of the room.
You did. I just stayed away from it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Like maybe 10, 15 feet wide.
Oh no, I check it.
I was just worried that I don't want to like tip you off or anything. I was just worried that I did not mention it.
Okay.
It's
that
very
hole,
dark.
that hole
down
is
there.
the undoing of the entire adventure, but I mean,
Yeah.
It's very, very dark down there. You actually, let's see, something. I don't know how to describe this. Wait a minute. Let me find the right words. Like it's basically completely black, but on some occasions, for a split second, something shimmers down there, like the light from your lantern reflects on something down there.
I have a rope. I'd like to. I asked for the lantern that we just picked up. Hand me that, please. And I just tie the rope to it, and I slowly kind of let it down to illuminate.
Okay.
And it's.
Yeah, it seems to. I mean, you. How long is this rope, by the way? Like, how long are they usually? 30 feet, something?
Yeah. Well, I wrote 50 feet, but is that a normal amount of rope?
No, go with 50 feet. That's perfect.
Okay,
50 feet.
Okay, I should have checked before. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. Okay, so you start to hoist. Is that the word when you're like moving downwards?
Yeah, I think so.
Hoist it downwards.
I think when hoist move upwards.
hoist usually means to lift, but yeah, it still works for the context.
But yeah, we get it.
It is like a natural cave. You see limestone walls far away. It seems to be a very big room. You see a cave lake, pretty small, right below the hole. So if you just jump down the hole, you would land in water.
Okay. So what's it's reflecting the lights? Is that my assumption?
No, because as you keep hoisting the lamp down, you see a huge silvery shape, like glistening like metal, moving around the sides, just outside of your lamp's, the reach of the lamp's light. Some huge shape moving about very silently, and the light reflects off of this. And as you continue to hoist down the lamp, it disappears.
Okay. Does it resemble? Yeah. Does it resemble in any shape or form like the constructs that we have in the room?
Not at all. The feeling you get was more of a bug or an insect.
It is. I was going to say, does it remind me of the giant silvery skin that I have in my bag?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So I look down there, and as we see that, yep, not going down there. No.
No, I was about to ask if you were thinking what I was thinking, which was we get Thrag to put on the giant skin and climb bug-like down the wall and see if he can communicate with the life form down there.
Let's call that Plan Z.
Wow, that's very specific. I don't think anybody was thinking that.
I mean, you say Plan Z now, but in our brief history together, Thrag, we have gotten as far as Plan Y.
I know. I'm just saying.
Frequently, we start at like Plan U. So
Plan A, B, C. Plan Y. Am I doing this? Yeah, I think that's a great Plan Z. If we don't find any more lamps, I'm happy to head down there and have a conversation.
If we literally map out every other part of this dungeon, then we can go down the giant gaping hole to the giant bug creature.
That's a maybe. That's a maybe.
And Nadarin, by the way, by the length of rope you still are holding on to, your guess is that the drop down to the water would be about 35, 40 feet maybe.
All right, cool. Well, I think that's as much as information we can get from our position or something, right?
Yeah.
I'll pull it back up.
Mm-hmm.
And, as I'm rolling, as I'm pulling it all back up and stuff, and I roll the ropes, and I give the rope 2 types. Never forget to bring the rope.
Okay, so where do you want to go from here?
South? Still next to the door, right?
Yeah.
I think we were looking. Yeah, which door were we looking at?
Southern door.
Southern door.
Yeah.
Are we going left every turn?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Well, if you want to turn left, that would actually be like the northern door.
South is right. That's why I made the comment that I made. But I also think I have a good feeling if we open that door, we'll have then mapped most of the southernmost part of this level or this dungeon.
You just refuse to believe me when I talk about extra-dimensional gates just being spontaneously behind doors. But
there is that one rumor we heard.
There is that one rumor we heard.
What's the one?
The one that you made up. About rifts.
The rift.
Yeah, the rifts, yeah. Nobody knows where it is. Could be anywhere.
Could be here.
Anywhere.
Could be in your head. It could be in your head.
So maybe that wasn't water down there. Maybe that was the interdimensional rift.
Who knows? Only one way to find out.
Just put on a bug suit, go down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
I was thinking just throw a badger down and see what happens, but okay.
Badgers don't swim. We're not throwing Finlow into a body of water.
So we're gonna open the southern door.
All right, southern door it is.
Just for the record, Esterax, Finlow is keeping his eye on you the whole time.
Yeah.
But I opened the southern door. I opened the southern door and sort of look around it innocently in case we find somebody who's like, "Why are you walking into our house?" I also have I also have my
first. Excuse me, can I come in?
I also have our permit in my left pocket, just in case. So it's ready. It's ready,
Just in case.
Just in case.
I'm allowed to be here.
The first thing you see across you, like 20 feet across you, is another metal door, exactly like the one you just opened. Right outside the door, there's a corridor down to your right, and no, you can't really see that far. But you get the feeling that would take you back to the first door you jammed shut.
My character has an extra good sense of spacing, and I've also been mapping this whole time. So
yeah,
gotcha. Okay, all right. Does anyone else feel like I know this is not a thing that actually happens because it's just like far future technology, but like almost like these doors were made by an assembly line of workers just making the exact same door over and over and over. These way too precisely similar.
I've never seen this type of craftsmanship in my life.
And it's not even like well, it's just sort of metal.
Like it's not beautiful like you would normally see. There's no maker's mark. I mean, this script work that's all over the place is nice, but it's not the same as like, you know, the craftsmanship you would normally see. But they are all the same, and that's a feat in and of itself.
Well, what if they were like if they used a kind of a mold to make them, and that's why they all look the same.
They are made of metal, so I guess they could be cast in a mold.
Yeah.
It's one hell of a mold.
Yeah.
True.
It's a really, really dull.
All of a sudden, the mold attacks.
I'm writing that down.
So we've got a door straight in front of us.
Yep.
You want to give it a listen?
Wait, you did say that there were people before, right?
Yeah.
Just the other day, there were people here.
I mean, people. There were goblinishes here.
Goblins are also.
Goblins have a culture too, you know? It's actually very intricate and complex and deep.
Wait. Goblins are people?
Yeah. Has it never occurred to you?
No, we tried to talk to them for a while, but they didn't seem like normal goblins.
Oh.
Look.
I've heard with the right convincing, they make excellent slaves.
I've dated goblins before, and they're as those guys were about as unusual as anyone. So
okay, well, I just need to spend more time with goblins then.
Yeah, well,
you know, review your preconceptions and stuff.
Borba.
Yeah. I go through all the standard safety protocols.
Yeah. You don't hear anything on the other side of the door. Awfully quiet, and you notice that the door opens away from you into the room. Do you want to try to open it?
All right. Are we going to do the standard thing where with things that open away from us, where we stand on the sides, push open the door, and then sort of stick our heads around slowly?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The handle goes down, and you start to open it, but it immediately hits something. It's like someone barricaded the door from the other side. You can't budge it. It just opens like an inch or something. How far is an inch, by the way? Like, yeah.
2.5 centimeters.
2.5. All right. Thank you. Yeah, it opens about an inch. And as soon as it hits whatever is blocking from the other side, you hear voices crying out, feet, someone getting up on their feet, and many things, humanoids, running away from the sound, like further back into the room.
Metal humanoids or?
No, like naked feet.
Oh. Could that be the goblins?
Or, or other people who haven't become our friends yet.
Yeah. I just say, last time we made a big deal about the fact that they didn't have a permit, and so this is probably their way. They're probably just squatting here now, yeah. trying to resist, the legitimacy of our permit.
So one of our stronger types should possibly try and kick this door open a little bit then.
And the really frustrating thing is we told them where the permit office was.
Yeah. You did.
We went to great lengths to explain exactly where the permit office was.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating that people have no respect for law and order around here. So,
and there's only like 17 forms to fill out. It's so easy.
Says the person who fabricated lots of information and forged insurance paperwork to get this last permit. By the way, Thrag, I should just let you know that I did forge the insurance paperwork.
What?
I feel like we have a relationship built on trust, and I should just be honest with you.
I appreciate that. May
I'll
the
approach
reclaimer
the
come
door.
for you.
I'm sorry?
I'll approach the door
Yeah.
and I'll talk into the kind of
Mhm.
the gap, right? Says, hey, it's okay. We're not gonna hurt you if you don't try to hurt us first. So,
And at this point, you can actually hear, like, further down the room, it sounds like babies crying, toddlers crying, and someone tries to shush them down. And it seems like everybody is just like, shh, still quiet. They're not speaking your tongue, but that's the impression you get. And you get no reply whatsoever.
Do I have an idea what language could that be from a?
Like, would your character have ever encountered goblins before or heard goblin tongue?
Are goblins like common enough in this?
I'm not sure yet. Are they? You can just.
Yeah, I'd say.
We established that Borba has dated a few goblins.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, that's established already. Okay. So yeah.
Sure.
Seems reasonable. Okay. You. This is goblin tongue, but you can't really make out what they're saying.
I fetch for my arcane tome and I search for a page where I have like scribbled a few like words that I got from a dictionary.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
A few key
And,
goblin phrases.
Yes, specific, those specific restaurant phrases, like how you just, if you go to restaurants, this is how you order chicken.
So what are you going to order through the door? That's the real question.
No, he probably inadvertently asked where the bathroom is.
Yeah.
How do you ask for the bathroom? Like this kind of basic.
Okay.
Like, as a matter of fact, that's the one that I read. So that I go for the sentences like in goblins, like, can I please use your bathroom? And
all right.
And I look back to the others and give them a wink, like a very confident wink, like this is gonna go well.
All right. Can I please use your bathroom? That's what you're saying.
Yes, can I please use your bathroom? And I search for the word friend, or what I think is the word friend. Because I actually learned this language. I just like copied some words and sentences from a dictionary.
I actually rolled for this, and I decided that if I roll a 6, they're gonna understand you correctly, and it was a 6. So you hear someone approaching. Heavy steps approaching, or heavier than the ones you heard before running away from the door. And you hear a voice. It seems to be a female voice. It sounds a bit more high-pitched, yeah. And you get a reply in goblin tongue. And it says something like, no, we're afraid.
Oh. So I look through my little book and the sentences that I have, and I just kind of say, but I really need to use the bathroom because that's the only thing.
Okay, you can roll.
And,
if it's a 5 or a 6 on a d6, this is gonna do the trick.
Let's go for it. That's a 1. No, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, this is not something you have in your dictionary, but you're pretty sure you're being cussed out by this goblin, and they walk away.
Okay. Do you speak my language? Does anybody speak?
I mean, I don't think we have to worry about them right now. Okay. I mean,
I'm worried for them.
I am too.
Like,
Also,
what
I
are they afraid of?
The giant metal man that we just got behind us.
I give Thrag a dirty look when you ask what they're afraid of.
He was they were threatening us.
No. Wait a second. Oh no.
We were trying to talk to them. we talked them out of violence one time, then that one guy got up, and then they all started attacking us.
Okay.
I saved one in particular.
And we don't know. I don't know where he is right now.
I'll tell you what. Let's leave them alone for now. I think these goblins have been through enough trauma for a week.
Yeah. Also,
right.
they're pretty well embedded there. So yeah, I think we can either the portcullis is blocking the hallway, so the only way north that we know of right now is back to the room with the robot, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I may have described this incorrectly. The portcullis is not blocking your way. Like, if the corridor leads up here, the portcullis is on one of the walls to the side.
Gotcha. That was probably my misunderstanding last time.
So there's the northern door in this chamber, right?
Yes, you mean the chamber with the big hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a door to the north from that room. Yeah.
Cool.
I think that's the only place we potentially haven't been yet, besides this room that we can't get into right now because it's barricaded and full of goblins.
Perfect. Well, then,
I mean, technically, they have 1 week to get their permit grace period sorted out.
Yeah.
I do think it's moving children into a place where you don't have permits is really irresponsible.
Capital offense.
Well, then maybe they don't have the resources of the access to any place better. It's not always a matter of.
Oh, I told them how to forge the correct documentation.
Well,
I mean, and they could have made a pretty penny off the weed they had also too. So I'm just saying, like, the capital was there.
and the lamps.
Yeah, all these lamps.
you have a point there.
All right. So you want to head back into the garbage-filled room, the metal garbage-filled room?
Yeah.
Is that correct? You notice right away that this metal humanoid robot-y thing is not there anymore, and the northern door stands ajar.
Is the
It's open.
box of metal bits it was filling still there?
No, it seems to have brought it with him or threw it down. You don't know. It's not there.
Follow that
The
goal.
jar attacks us.
I'm sorry?
The jar attacks us.
The what?
The what?
That was supposed to be a pun, but it didn't work.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get it.
Yeah, well, the door turns ajar, and the jar. Never mind.
When you look through this northern door, which is now opening into this room you're in, you see another portcullis on the left side this time, just a couple of feet down. And you also hear like movement from the portcullis area, slow shuffling feet, like a lot of feet.
Do you want to think of this? Do you think it's one of our friend centipedes?
I mean, it. I don't know that the centipedes. I think would be more like a quick scurrying.
You know, I've never met a giant centipede, so maybe there's a different.
I've dated a few giant centipedes.
All right. So what do you want to do?
Describe. So we came through to the north end.
Yeah.
We've got the portcullis now on the other side of us. We're on the other side of the portcullis.
Corridor's going north, and like 30 feet down, it turns left. And between that turn and where you're standing is a portcullis on your left side.
Okay.
Start going down the corridor, I guess. Up to the
That
portcullis.
sounds like the best possible option.
Yeah.
All right. You also notice a lever on the wall right next to the portcullis, and it's a metal portcullis. And on the other side is a dugout cave, like someone chopped this metal door down, the metal wall down, and just opened up straight into the mountain. And there's a small natural cave chamber there. And you notice at first it looks like these goblins you encountered before, but then you notice that they kind of look dead. Some of them have huge gashes with dried blood. Someone's eye is hanging out. Someone is missing an arm. And their eyes are just all blank. Their faces are blank, no expressions. And they're just shuffling about. There seems to be about 10 or 12 of them.
Wait, they seem to be dead and moving around. Combination.
Yeah, like undead. Like, yeah.
Both
all
dead.
it is.
Yes, both dead and moving around.
Yeah.
I felt like that before, but
Cool. And the portcullis is down.
Yep. And right across from where you're standing, there's another similar portcullis right on the other side of this cave chamber. So there seems to be 2 entrances into this little moving dead goblin room.
And how far away is this? How wide is this how much dead goblin room do we have to go through?
30 feet.
Okay.
Maybe, about.
How many of them?
Like if you want to really count them, that's no problem. You count 17 actually.
Let's go the other way.
And also, Nadarin, as you are counting, you really focus into the room. You also notice that in the middle of the room, partially hidden by all the moving but dead goblins, there's a corpse lying there. It seems to be a human corpse. And the corpse is dressed in tattered and old and partially decomposed. That's the word you use for organic matter. What do you use for fabric?
For fabric, I mean, most fabric in this world would be organic also too. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
decomposed is fine.
And it kind of Thrag, I guess you recognize this looking over Nadarin's shoulder. It looks like a cleric's outfit.
Oh,
I want it.
is that a priest?
Could be. All right, so we just got to decide if we want to go in this way. There's more lefts to take, right? We can go down and turn to the left.
Yeah.
The question is, do we want to go through here now, or do we want to go through here later?
Let's see if we find the other.
Do we think we can take on 17 undead goblins?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got the right
asking.
lamp, you can do anything.
Oh yeah, we've got the grenade lamp. That'll help.
Yeah.
I mean, 17 is, it's like a five gold per undead goblin for a lob and takeout.
Yeah. Not
Nearly
bad.
100 gold. Yeah. But I wonder, what if we, you said 30 feet. What if we just kind of managed to kill them one at a time? From out here.
Yeah, like you open the door and then you wait for them to come one at a time through this door, so that they can't.
I wasn't thinking about opening the door. I mean.
Oh, you mean through the door?
Yeah, when you say a particular, it's kind of a bars. Or, yeah, so I could, for example, stretch my arm through or something.
Yeah.
You stick your arm in there if you want to. That's great.
No. Okay, this is why I told you ropes are useful. I grab a rope. I grab my rope and a hook that I use for climbing. And, I see if it works. I try to kind of fish another.
Doing corpse fishing.
All right. To be able to throw it, I think you have to stick your arm in.
Oh, true. But
that's why I was like, go ahead and stick your arm.
I know, but are they close enough to grab me? Like, if I do?
They seem to be walking, just slowly moving in a circle in the middle of the room. So they're about between 5 and 10 feet away from you. And they don't seem to be moving fast at all. They're just slowly shuffling around.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Let's sure. What could go wrong? Yeah.
What could go wrong?
How close is the closest one?
between 5 and 10 feet, maybe.
Okay, well then I will stick my arm in because I mean, how wide is the gap in the portcullis? I guess is the question. Next question.
Oh, you mean like the gap?
Yeah, like this is a bar. Like how big are the holes? Are they like?
No, just like that, maybe.
Okay, that's fine. So like 8 inches.
Sure. 8 times 2.5 centimeters. Yeah, seems about right.
Centimeters, yeah.
Yeah.
So it should be like not quite a foot. It doesn't help anymore either. So I'll take the metal skull off of my crook, and I will reach through and hook around the neck or into a gaping wound, one of them with my crook, and pull it towards the door.
Yeah, sure. They're no problem because they're moving so slow, and they don't seem to, like when you approach with the crook.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't seem to move out of the way or at all. So, yeah, you managed to hook one and pull it towards you if you want to.
I mean, I can pull it.
With my sword.
Yeah, I'll go back across the hallway as I.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just stab it in the head with the sword.
You don't even have to roll for that. No problem. You just stab it in the head. It immediately falls down dead.
Okay, let's try to see how many we can do this too.
Yeah, I mean, the crook is only going to work for them if they're in really 5 feet. I mean, I could probably grab one that's 10 feet away, but I wouldn't be able to get the kind of purchase I need to.
But once we get a little more numbers whittled down, we can get a little closer to them with
Right.
less risk.
Yeah.
All right, so how many can we hook with this crook?
Okay, the question is, how much time do you want to spend doing this? For how long do you want to be here?
I mean, the permit's good for like a month and a half.
Yeah, we've got it. We've got time.
Yeah, but this is gonna take some time, and we don't know what's lurking around.
Yeah, that was my thing. Like, there's more hallway here we haven't covered, so I'm
That's
fine.
very true.
I'm fine coming back to
this
this.
works. We know this works. We can come back to it later if we feel like it.
They also don't seem to be reacting at us at all, so there's no reason that we couldn't just walk through. Because, like,
Yeah, well, good point.
We might have to take out a couple, but yeah, I generally agree that as long as we don't go over to that body, the forces that be won't force them all to attack us. And so, yeah, I think we should go up and take I think we should go up and take the left, just like Borva has wanted us to the entire time.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. As soon as you turn left, you kind of, I guess the dead bodies are still there. The fleeing goblins from the weed room that you took out, or completely obliterated one of them.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's a goblin skeleton and then a goblin with its head smashed in the middle of this hallway.
Yeah. And further down,
give you another look, Thrag.
I only did one of those things.
So at the end of this corridor, there is the door to the right, which you now know leads to the weed smoking room.
Okay, we're not in the weed smoking room yet. Okay.
No, we're in the hallway outside the weed smoking room.
Yeah, and like straight across from you in the corridor is this. I don't remember how I described it. Like a metal door with a slit in between, no handles. It seems to be sliding open. 2 of those right next to each other.
Yeah, two sets of double doors that look like they slide out from the middle.
Yes, 2 sets of double doors. Yes.
Can we stick our head into the smoking room and make sure that guy is okay if no one came and got him?
Oh, because we hung one of the guys upside down.
I just tied him up.
I didn't hang him upside down either. So
who did? The badger?
Well, who did?
No, I believe.
I've forgotten her name.
Alex's character did.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who was
She was bloodthirsty. She kept on wanting to eat adrenal glands and stuff.
Voronite.
Voronite, yes, and also him, but and with the vulture.
Yeah. Well, the smoke seems to have cleared from this room by now, and yes, the goblin you hung upside down is still there.
Alive and kicking?
Whenever he sees and hears you approaching, he starts like screaming, like "Let me down!" No, not.
I'm gonna go
your
let
turn,
him
buddy.
down. Like,
Yeah.
Voronite's not with us anymore, and he's not gonna get stabbed if he's not gonna. I mean, my main thing is like if I intervened with Voronite previously, he might just stab, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
At this time, I'm just gonna like take the goblin down and put him on the comfortable couch, the one that doesn't have the permanent intention.
All right.
Explain permits again.
I'm just going to review directions to the permit office and talk about the value of forging paperwork. I'm just going to hold up the insurance card and go like, this is all forged. This company doesn't even exist.
He has no idea what to make of any of this.
I'm also, because we don't share a language, I'm talking very loudly.
Of course.
And slowly.
That's so rude.
I think he tries to get up and like, can I, like, points to the door. Can I go? Like, please, can I go?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Here, grab a loaner.
I make a motion for the vulture. Like, vulture's gone. Vulture person's gone.
All right. Well, he just scurries down the corridor, same way you guys came here, like down to the right, down to the in the direction of the barricaded door.
I give him a pat on the back.
All right, he runs
Yeah,
even faster.
I give him like a gold coin. I'll mark that on the character sheet.
I don't think he cares about that. He just runs away.
I don't know that he does, but I give it to him anyways.
Okay. Okay. So what do you want to do now? Like, pretty much the only stuff you haven't explored, because now you're getting back to where you have already been,
Yeah.
are these, well, of course, the barricaded area and these two sets
double
of
doors.
sliding double doors. Yeah.
Like how it took us an hour and a half to get back to where we had already explored.
I had completely forgotten about these sliding doors.
Yeah, we just
you,
knew we were kind of out of time on stream, so that was why we stopped there.
But do you remember what the goblin which actually spoke a bit of a common tongue, your tongue? Do you remember what he told you about these doors?
No, I don't.
I don't, but my character does.
Yeah. So you kind of pointed at both of them and asked what was behind them. And
big hole.
The left one, he like did a sound like this, like ooh, like maybe someone falling, you don't know. And you also asked him how to open the doors, and he just said muscle.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So we want to try the right one first, rather
Yeah.
than the one that just empties out into space.
I think that's a good idea, and I think we should do that after we take a short break, so we can get up, stretch, move around, go to the bathroom if we need to. If you're out there watching right now and you want to take a short break, you should do that also. Just as a reminder, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you. So we're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll be right back. Everybody else can go ahead and do that. I'm going to talk about a couple things first, but if y'all want to scurry off, y'all are welcome to, but let's come back in just a moment. By the way, if you want to help support any of the stuff we do here, you can go to Ko-fi.com/+1exp to become a content champion, help support the channel. We've got some great stuff coming up there next month. Basically, you help us keep content free for small and upcoming indie creators. Also, over the course of the next couple of days, we've got a lot of streams happening. The first one is tomorrow with James D'Amato, who is the founder of the One Shot Network, runs the One Shot podcast, which has a huge influence on our stream and the work we do here at +1exp. Super excited to sit down and talk to James about all of their work, including the new Ultimate RPG Guide series that they've been working on with the folks over at Schuster Books and all the great stuff that's come out of that. Additionally, on Friday, we are going to Planet Damon and playing Gunfucks, which is a game by Adira Slattery. And we're going to be sitting down and playing that at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you are familiar with games like Borderlands or other looter shooter games. That is what we are going to be sitting down to play. It's using the new Lumen system by Spencer Campbell, but Adira has taken that system and built this amazing new RPG around it. There's some really great loot things and other sort of mission components that all reflect on Borderlands. I am going to be playing a 3-foot tall Shetland pony Zerker. Shetland pony is not a normal race within it, but that is what we came up with when I was on the Dicebreaker podcast last week. So that is what we are going to be doing. I am super excited about that, but I am going to hop off to go take a break now. So if you want to do any of those wonderful things, we would love to have you join us for them. Come back for those. We're going to be back in just 1 second to play some more. Down we go.
I think we should test them in the zombie room, and I'll just put up an impenetrable wall and watch what happens from the other side of it.
Oh, we could have just made a hallway down the middle of that room, I guess.
Exactly. We just have to run really fast.
That's right. We are back here on Plus One EXP playing Down We Go. We got a little bit more that we're going to be adventuring through. We actually had Gabe had to leave. They are recovering from COVID in his household, and his partner needed a break. And so we always think that people are more important than projects here at Plus One. So it's one of the reasons why we want to make sure people eat and sleep and take care of themselves. And so he bounced off to do that, but we are just super excited to be able to keep on playing, and hopefully Gabe will be able to join us sometime again in the future. So with that said, I've reshuffled some things around, and we're going to push them down a hole or do something horrible to them to get rid of the character in just a second. So yeah, we're standing outside these two double doors.
Yep. Without handles, seems to be sliding open. And the info you got from last session was that one of them may or may not have a very deep hole, and you have to use your muscle to open them. So what do you want to do?
I think the one on the right and a crowbar may be our best bets.
All right. Yeah. And you have a crowbar?
We have a crowbar.
Cool. So there's, no problem to get it open. And there's just they both, you get them both open. Behind these sliding doors are a very small metal room with a bunch of buttons on the right side. And there are 3 buttons. In horizontal. No, vertical.
I feel like this is the puzzle part of the dungeon.
What happens when you push them all at the same time, for instance?
Do you want to try that?
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
I use, just to be safe, I use the crowbar to press lower version, middle which one are we pressing first?
Top to bottom.
Yeah.
All right. So we stand inside.
Mm-hmm.
And then I punch bottom, middle, top.
I think I just realized what we just stepped into at this point in time. This is like a small square room, isn't it? With 3 buttons next to sliding doors. Cool.
Yes.
Up we go.
Is this some mage secret?
It's supposed to be one of those magical teleportation rooms we've heard so much about.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you press them, and nothing happens.
This is an interdimensional portal, Thrag.
It could be. I've heard of small rooms that you can walk into and press a button and walk out somewhere else. Usually deep arcane magic that is required.
Yeah.
So nothing happens when we push any of the buttons?
Nothing happens when you push any of the buttons. That's right.
And
let's go in a different order then. I try top, middle, lower, middle, top, lower, middle, lower, top.
Nope, nothing happens.
There's no other way in this room, in or out of this room, but the one we can step through, right?
Yep.
It's a good technique when going through these kind of puzzles is just to say things so quickly that the GM is forced to mentally track what you're doing, not the other way around. And so,
look, I've been in unplugged puzzles before. I know that it really doesn't matter what order you do things in it once once the electricity goes off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this one is not fully powered.
So I guess we can try the other sliding doors, right? See, there's supposed to be a big down there, right? Then through the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. You want to open those?
Yes, but whoever opens them, we should make sure we hold on to your belt loops or something like that to make sure you don't and then accidentally fall forward as soon as it gets away.
Obviously, Nutterin is doing that.
Yeah. Okay, Nadarin is up front. Well, yeah, you get them open. Same way you got the last ones open. And there is no metal room here. It's just like a metal walls, but no bottom, just a dark pitch black hole. And somewhere very far down, a small speck of light. Like just a tiny dot of light somewhere far down.
That's very poetic. Somewhere in the darkness is a small speck of light.
So we can start lowering Nutterine down, but unfortunately Esterax isn't very strong, and at some point his grip loosens on the rope.
All right.
And it's all your incredibly valuable things.
Okay, Nadarin just falls down, I guess, and pretty soon, like really soon, the darkness just engulfs him, and you hear his screams just going down this shaft.
So after he released, Esterax is going to start counting the seconds to try and figure out how deep it is.
Mm-hmm. Like until you hear his voice disappears, or until you...
The wet smack would probably be the sound he'd be waiting for.
You don't hear any wet smack, but eventually his voice just fades out. You don't hear him anymore, but there's no wet smack.
Holy hell. Let's turn the other two. That's a deep hole.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a deep hole, or there's a lot of feather beds at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be the one.
Or both.
Yeah. All right, so what do you want to do now?
Is there anything on the side of that chamber?
No.
I don't think we're going down there somehow.
Yeah, I think this is probably the point at which we go back and start flipping levers.
At the portcullis?
Wait, where did the robot go?
Good question.
I'm going to go check the workshop real quick.
All right, you hurry down to the workshop, and yes, the robot is there working. And you can actually see he's assembled like a torso and made a new head thing. And you also notice that he has some kind of like a beam of light coming out of his hand, and he's kind of welding things together with this light.
He's casting light in a really intense way. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that later. Well, I don't want to mess with him right now. We'll push him down a hole later on.
So the only place we haven't been then, well, collectively, is the zombie room, right?
That is a lot of things that can be pushed down a hole.
Yeah, we can kite them.
If only there was like a comic line of like little candy brains we could leave between.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Like marzipan brains. Like we just line them up.
Oh. All right, so what are you thinking?
I think marzipan brains is our best idea. We should go back to town. No.
Let's yeah, I think we should go flip that lever.
Which lever are we flipping?
The one on the zombie portcullis.
Okay.
Because they don't move particularly fast, right?
They were not moving particularly fast.
No.
So we could technically, if they do start coming towards us, we can just backtrack into that room, the metal scrap room with the hole in the center.
Right.
And then we can just push them down a hole.
We've got a couple fallbacks. Like they have to get through the door.
Literal fallbacks.
Yeah. And then we've got a giant hole near us.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go, I guess we'll go get set, and I'm going to flip that first portcullis lever.
Mm-hmm. And are you talking about the one in the corridor coming up from the garbage room?
Yes.
All right. And you want to lure them into the garbage room, am I correct?
I think we just want to try. Like, I think we're just gonna open the lever and see what happens first.
Yeah, because they haven't really
Alright.
reacted to us yet, so we want to see what happens when we open the door.
All right. Okay, who pulls the lever?
I'll do it.
Thrag? Okay, cool. The portcullis slides up, disappears up into the ceiling. They don't seem to notice you at first, but like eventually, 30 seconds or something, one of them kind of looks your way and starts slowly shuffling your way, and then the other ones just follow. They are still moving very slowly. Maybe a bit more agitated, like their moaning increases slightly.
Are they still pretty spread out?
No, they're actually pretty grouped together.
You know, I'm also going to say this on a meta level. I thought about taking turn undead, and I was like, well, we're not really encountering anything undead in this dungeon. And then I didn't. I took a level in bloodthirsty instead. I'm a dummy. Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna move in and try to pick one off
All right, how do you want to do it?
with my mace in its head.
No problem, actually. You just smash the head. It falls down, dead, twitching, and then it's completely still. The other ones get more agitated, and we can actually roll for initiative right here.
All right.
I rolled a 6.
All right, so you go first.
Does anybody have an action they want to take?
I did not roll a 6.
Oh no, we just roll once for the entire.
Oh,
party, so
right,
that's
right,
6.
right.
That's
Yeah.
6.
If it's
And
a
then
4 to
we can
6, you
determine
go first.
We can determine our acting order however we want to.
Yeah.
I think am I the tankiest right now? Yes, I am the tankiest right now. Cool. I will hit another one in the head.
All right, roll an attack. D20 plus bloodthirsty.
That is going to be a 14.
And that is going to be a hit.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and activate Cleave, which is the bloodthirsty ability I took, which is gonna let me take another action and attack.
Sure,
another
the first one drops, and you immediately.
This time I got an 11.
And that is a hit as well.
Okay.
So you managed to quickly dispose of 2 of them, just smashing their brains in, and whatever stuff goblins have in their brain, all dried up now, just falls out on the floor.
Then I'm gonna step back.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna step back.
All right.
Which are we closer to the thing I don't know is an elevator shaft or to the trash room?
Trash room, definitely. Like 15 feet away, maybe 20 feet to the door.
Oh yeah, that's great. I'm going to bounce up and down and try to get them to chase me into the trash room, where I'm going to hide and let them sort of tumble into the hole.
All right.
I'm going to make sure they see me go straight for the hole. Then I'm going to dive and hide so that they just run forward.
All right. They definitely seem to notice you. They seem to ignore Thrag swinging his mace around, killing their friends. And they all just, hey, movement. And they start shuffling towards you.
We do a small Finlow and I do a small comedy routine at their expense.
Awesome. You have no idea of telling if they like that or not, but they go after you. So they're just walking right past Thrag and right past Esterax as well, I'm guessing. So both Thrag and Esterax are kind of standing almost right in the middle of this horde of 14 zomblins.
I'm going to as I get close to the hole, I'm going to jump up like I'm about to jump in the hole, but then sort of roll to the side into the but I'm going to invoke my hide.
Yeah, let's save that for next round and see what Esterax wants to do this round.
Right.
Seeing as Esterax is right in the middle of this throng where he was not planning on being, he's going to back up some, like, so they're still kind of like in the corridor and in the room, or are they?
Yeah. Actually, they shouldn't have moved until you did your action, but yeah, my bad.
That's all right. Esterax is going to do the smart thing and step onto, like, away from where the portcullis is, basically, in that door. So further away from the scrap room. He's going to step further up the corridor.
Mhm.
And then you see him just move his hands, and this like black and green smoke rises up from the ground in front of him and just creates this solid wall, so they can't come down that side of the corridor in front of him, though. So he's behind this wall safely.
Oh, okay.
And he's just blocked off the corridor, so they can't come down this way.
Nice. What is this wall made of? You can just choose.
So it's essentially, it starts off as like this black and green smoke that seems to seep up from the floor itself. But as it reaches the roof, it just solidifies. It still swirls and moves, but if anyone were to touch it, it would kind of be like this solid force. It's like the smoke would be like solid anytime someone tries to touch it. But as if they're not, it's like moving and shifting, and you can kind of see through it, but not 100%.
Awesome. All right, you raised this wall, no problem. So you're behind it. Now the Zomblins keep going after Borba. And initiative again.
Somebody else want to roll this time?
I got it. 5.
All right, you go first this time. Again.
I mean, have they all shuffled out, or are they still working on shuffling out?
Like one of them maybe still left in the room, but most of them are out in the corridor.
I'll hit that one in the head. That's fine.
Yeah, you just bash his head in, no problem.
Okay. Cool. That's what I do.
Hmm?
That's all I got.
Esterax is kind of stuck behind this wall now for this round anyway, so he kind of like takes his time pulling out a couple of throwing knives that he's got on his belt.
All right. They all seem to be focusing on Borba. So now, what do you want to do in the garbage room?
Yeah, I stand right by. I've been looking at my watch, waiting for them to catch up because they go really slowly.
Yeah.
And then I like do the little I feint like I'm about to like jump into the thing, but then I hide under a nearby piece of garbage.
And
hoping that they will just keep shuffling forward, looking for me.
Like, do you want to hide on from your perspective, left side of the room or the east side of the room?
Let's go to the west. The
all right.
left.
Away from the tripwires. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have that hide ability, so you just disappear into the shadows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did all of you act? Yeah. You're brandishing your knives, and okay, cool. They actually they walk into the garbage room, moaning and groaning, and they actually seem to like the first Zomblin that goes into the room. He actually, you notice him noticing you not jumping in, and he just turns his head, tries to locate where you are. So they all stop right at the edge of the hole, and they're looking around like, where did he go? They did not fall for that.
Okay.
And initiative again.
You got this one. That's a 6.
You go first again.
So my wall would probably disappear when this happens. And then Esterax would kind of realize these knives aren't going to do much, pull out the rope, and kind of look towards Thrug and offer him one end, thinking that perhaps they can run on either side of the pit and pull them into the hole between the two of them.
I like this plan.
Yeah, it is an awesome plan. And I'm not even gonna bother with whose turn it is because this plan is so cool and I have this really cool image in my head and I just want to see it happen. So I'll let you guys run down with the rope. You can actually give me a bloodthirsty roll, either one of you.
I'll take it.
That's you, Tony.
I thirsty for blood. I rolled a 12.
All right, so like some of them, like half of them falls down, but the other ones, the other half seems to be like struggling against the rope.
That makes sense. So we've got like 6 left.
Yeah. And Borba, you are still in the shadows. What do you want to do?
I would like to like get on the far side of the pit. Is that if that possible? From
Sure.
where they're standing.
Yeah.
And then we can do the dumb zombie routine before joke again, trying to push them ahead towards us.
They're not going to remember.
Okay. All right. Cool. Oh yeah, you and the Finlow
Right.
do your little routine, and
I mean, you can see my lips moving when Finlow's talks, but yeah, that's.
It seems like the 6 Somblins still standing here are like, oh, there he is. And they just walk down the hole. And you just hear the sounds of water splashing. Like one by one, they all fall down this hole and end up in the whatever it is down there. It looks like water, liquid down there.
Is it a?
All right, so they all fell down.
Was it a fairly viscous splash, or was it a?
It was, yes.
Yeah, it was. So it's a little more than splash.
Yes. Correct.
Well, I'm glad we didn't go down to try that out.
Yeah.
It's always better getting somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
When we go back to the other room, go check out the dead body that's in there.
The desiccated corpse in the cleric outfit. Yeah, the sort of it might have been white once upon a time with yellow embroiderings. And you immediately notice like a really fancy amulet around the corpse's neck.
Oh, that's going to be cursed for sure.
Looks like a sun with wavy sunbeams.
Do I recognize this symbol? Is this a common religious symbol?
You can roll a d6 actually. If it's a 6, you recognize it.
I've got it. I do not recognize this.
No, you have not seen this before.
I will strip and pack away all these. I mean, I'll keep the amulet because it's shiny, but I'll take the vestments also too, and I'll pack them away. I'll just take them back to the temple district and figure out what to do with them later.
All right, cool. Sure.
Does this desiccated corpse look like it's been here a while?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Because the permit rec office did not mention any previous permits being issued.
Yeah, this looks like it's probably was an unregistered dive potentially. I'm going to put the amulet on. Does anything happen, or I don't immediately burst into flames or anything, right?
Yeah,
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No. It's beautiful though.
Okay. And then, was there anything else about the body? Now that it's naked and doesn't have any of its jewelry anymore.
It seems to have died from like puncture wounds in the gut, the abdomen.
Okay.
Like you're not sure that was what killed it, but there are several holes in the stomach.
So not zombie bites. So. Cool.
I contort my body sort of to mimic how it looks as it fell, and then sort of pace backwards around the room and count my steps, and just like I have no idea how what direction it came from or anything like that. So
I'm going to ask a question now that we should have asked before, but also I did think about it, but I just thought it was funnier to get in here and figure it out. Is there another lever on the other side of this room? Like we know there's a portcullis on the other side of this room.
There is a lever on that side, yes.
On our side, like we don't have to figure out how to access it from it's on the inside of this space.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean? You mean on the both inside the room and outside of the room?
Is there one inside the room?
No, there's not.
Okay, that's what
only on the outside. Oh yeah,
yes,
I thought
yes,
you
we need
meant
to
by
figure
the
it out.
other portcullis.
Yeah.
So somebody lured him in here and then trapped him?
Possibly. How hard is it to reach through the portcullis and go like this?
You can't manage it.
Okay. What if you had
just out of your reach?
What if you had a long stick with a hook on the end, like I do?
Then it could be done, I guess. Yeah.
I was about to say, what if you have a badger?
If you have a badger.
Then it would be definitely doable.
If you have a very well trained badger,
Exactly.
we don't.
A very
Damn
poorly
it,
trained
Finlow.
badger. Yeah, I'll
We
use
have a badger with strong comic timing, but not a lot of.
I'll use the crook to hook the door, right? And then just like push down on the crook.
Mhm.
Hook the lever and then push down on the crook.
All right, and what you just want to close the portcullis, or
No,
No,
open
there's
the
the
door.
other one.
No, on the other side of the room, because there were 2 portcullises, right?
yeah,
And there's one on the other side of the room.
you want to open that one as well?
I want to leave this room on the other side. Yes.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah, no problem. You open it.
And now we are in a new place.
No, now you are right in the corridor where the sliding
I
doors.
mapped this. This is the one thing I mapped wrong. This is what I couldn't figure out.
Oh.
We're at the other portcullis.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Have the sliding doors closed at all?
No, they are still open.
Like the only place we haven't gone is goblin rooms.
Yeah. Wait. Through this pot room, wasn't there another exit?
Through the what?
Through the pot smoking
Through the
room.
smoker's room? No, I
Yeah.
think we came out the other exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got workshop. We have robot. We have not done anything with the robot. Robot is a strong metal automaton is a strong possibility here. We've got hole with giant monster at the bottom of it.
Right.
Probably not a good lead.
Yeah, again, plan Z.
We've got but we're getting closer. We've got 1 to 2 rooms filled with goblins that are somewhat sealed off, though we probably could open up one of those doors if we really wanted to.
Right. I just don't want to scare the goblins. I mean, they've been through a lot.
Okay. I think our options are scare the goblins or mess with the metal automaton.
You know, that metal automaton has had a very happy existence so far.
Yeah. So we'll go check on the metal automaton.
Well, also the metal automaton may be able to make us new metal automatons that we can then use. We can leave that metal automaton alone.
Oh, hey, another question. The ray symbol that I just picked up. This beautiful does it at all look like it's decoratively similar to the writing all over the place?
No, not at all.
Cool. I just didn't. Maybe it was a high-tech security badge. Who knows?
Yeah. Good thinking.
Good thinking. Totally wrong. but good job. All right. So go mess with metal robot.
Actually, we could have maybe like a quick talk with the metal robot about like the elevator, not the thing that's not an elevator. I don't know what this thing is called. The puzzle room,
The teleporter.
the puzzle portal.
Yeah. Okay.
Man,
So go connect. Gonna go emotionally connect with the robot.
Okay, yeah, you find him still working in the workshop.
How far is the other robot coming along?
He seems to be like filling, like inside the shell. He seems to be filling it with stuff, welding stuff inside of it.
It's like
but it's still just the torso and the head.
It's like a scarecrow, but not.
you don't normally have to weld a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Normally, I assume.
He seems to be occupied with his work, so he doesn't react. It doesn't react to you coming in.
I'm gonna like go and poke it gently with my crook.
All right, the gentle poke. The head turns around, facing you.
Did you know that the room with the buttons isn't working?
Right, his eyes start rolling again, and he's looking for the right language to speak. No power.
Where is the power?
Level 2.
How do we get there?
Elevator.
What is an elevator?
Elevator.
Okay, let's just math this out. Ella sounds like elevation. Ader sounds like a potato.
Alligator.
Oh, alligator. So this is an alligator that can change levels. I was thinking a potato that could for no reason. And just see if there was maybe another opening shortly down below.
Or, we could use your crook and see if there was another opening slightly above.
That's true too. Okay. So we're
All
gonna
right.
we're gonna go to the hole.
Yeah.
Wait. Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you while you're working, but is this level 1?
Yes.
All right. So level 2 could be either,
Up or down.
yeah, right. Right.
The holy gator is either above us or below us.
And he
Or-
says
Or
it's
all around
down.
us.
Oh, it's down. And he has now confirmed in my mind that there is an alligator god somewhere in this facility.
Hey, Tony, I think it may have gone offline.
I did see it. I did see a short little blip, but I didn't get any sort of notification.
Yeah, it says on Twitch it's offline.
Interesting. It is showing me that, yeah, and the timer just reset also too. It's really funny because it's not giving me any sort of notification.
You mean the stream is offline?
Yeah.
It looks like it's back up now. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's YouTube first, so it may. I'll go check it later on. We have to stitch the videos together.
Sweet.
But yeah, our viewer count dropped dramatically, but it didn't go all the way down, which means it probably stayed to YouTube or to Facebook, but not everything else. Cool. All right. Well, we are back. Sorry about that blurb. We've decided that there's an alligator god somewhere in this facility, and it's probably down below us. And so let's lower our lamp down. If we look down while lowering the lamp down and turn the lamp, can we see another opening down there?
You can. There is another metal door. You see rock wall, and about 20 feet down, there's another, no, maybe 30 feet down, another set of metal doors, and with double doors with a slit in the middle, just like the ones you pried open.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
You want me to go back and ask our friend if they can pry open the metal doors down here?
Well, I mean, we opened the metal doors.
Right, but we had like some foot legging contact with the ground to
All right.
pivot.
Here's my question, because I both mechanically don't know as well as narratively don't know, and we could figure it out between us all. Can wall make a wall from anything and at any angle?
As in, could I make a wall or a floor?
Could you make a floor wall? Could you make a wall come out of the side so that we could then stand there and leverage that open?
Well, all it says is raise an impenetrable wall or something, so I guess that's up to the writer.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
GM.
That's a very creative use of the ability. So, of course, that sounds great.
Okay, so if we lower someone down, I can create a wall underneath them for footing, 100%.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, if there's going to be an invisible wall beneath me that I can't see but have to trust is there.
I think we actually established that it's made out of green and black smoke.
Yeah,
That's
you can
probably
see
why.
it, 100%. Like it's like black and green smoke. It looks like you'll fall straight through it, but as soon as your feet touch it, it will be solid. The problem being it's also only going to stay for whatever the length of 2 rounds is. So move quickly.
Esterax, you are so dark and wonderful that I am just. It's going to be black-colored scented candles. I'm just going to cinnamon candles.
I mean, we also, I think, can just keep a rope tied on him also, too, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah.
All right. All right. So I'll go down there and put my back into it and my hips as I try to force open the.
Okay, so you have a rope tied around you.
I've tied a rope around him. I have lowered him down. I'm holding him up above.
And when he says he's ready, I summon forth this black and green smoke from the wall underneath him that solidifies as he puts his feet on it, so that he's got some purchase to open those doors.
All right, I just want to tell you before you go through with this plan that I am going to require a bloodthirsty roll for Thrag to hold on while he's working the crowbar down there.
Oh, I'm not working the.
I'm standing on the wall.
I've tied the rope around him.
Yeah, no, you're standing up there.
Borba.
Oh yes, that's right. He's
Borba's down
standing
there.
on a floor. I forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to make Borba make a bloodthirsty roll, I'm all about that.
I've got a crowbar.
Yeah, you do have a crowbar. And you didn't roll for the doors above. So no, this is such a cool plan. It's gonna work exactly as you want it to work. So the wall materializes under your feet. You step down and work the crowbar, and you get the doors open.
Yeah, right before I open the door, I just say, "Hey, wouldn't it be hysterically funny if something just charged through?" As soon as I open the door,
and then we cut to black.
The first thing you see when you open the doors is just a huge pile of rubble. No, I'm sorry. There is a pile of rubble. I was looking at the wrong door here. Sorry. There is a pile of rubble right on the left side when you open. But there is a similar metal room as the ones you've been in upstairs. Like a cave, wide cave corridor going down straight ahead of you. And you notice that this trim with the symbols on the walls on the upstairs, they are down here as well. But on this floor, they seem, or at least in the room you're standing in, they seem to be glowing with a flickering turquoise light.
Hey guys, you should come down here and see this.
Yeah, I figured out the first part of this. I actually haven't figured out the second part of it. I mean, it's easy enough for one of us to get down there. It's pretty easy for 2 of us to get down there. I have not figured out how all 3 of us get down there yet.
Jump and hope the other 2 catch you. That's the.
I mean, the wall's still there, right? How long does the wall last?
No. It lasts for 2 rounds.
It's
so
20-ish seconds. So by the time you've got it open and got in, it is not a good idea for anybody else to hop down on it.
No, that's right.
Now that said, it's not a hard thing, and actually, what it really should probably be is you are attached to the rope right now. I should tie the other end of the rope around myself. We should let Esterax go down on the rope next, and then I should come down last with the 2 of you being able to hold the rope. That way, if I fall, there's a chance I don't just plummet to my death.
And a strong chance you do.
So.
All right.
So Esterax, do you want to go down next?
I will. Yeah, I'll slide down the rope.
Mm-hmm. All right,
And,
sure, we can do that.
And before this last portion, I look at Finlow and I'm just like, okay, buddy, if this starts to go south, then claw snip right at the rope, all right? Only if it starts to go south.
Yeah.
And I will take my backpack and Crozier hook it all down to y'all, so that all my gear stays with you if I should plummet.
Are you tying the rope off up at the top so we can get out later, or are you just tying it to yourself right now?
I only tied it to myself. I don't know where I'm tying it if I tie it up here. Are we close enough to a port?
It's kind of a hallway without a lot of things that.
Wait, is the portcullis nearby though? I guess it's up.
Let me check. Wait, there's about from the hole to the portcullis lever is about like 10 feet. You could actually,
which will give us 40 feet of drop, which is usually more than enough for a floor, but I actually don't know because I don't know how far apart these dungeons are for each other. How far down is it to the next level?
30 feet maybe.
Okay, well then we've got that
10-foot to spare.
level of slack. Yeah, so I'll tie it off up here. I'll lower the portcullis, tie it off to the portcullis, and then I will go down because then also we can get back up, which is an excellent call.
Yeah.
That was the biggest question Esterax had. It's like, how are we this dungeon?
I think it's better if you ask that question afterwards, but it's fine. How are we getting back up?
We have no choice but to rescue the alligator god.
Yeah.
All right, you all get down safely. It's a bit scary, very scary, but you all get down here, and you see this metal room with the symbols flickering turquoise. A huge pile of scrap metal and debris covering the other sliding door. Right in front of you, the metal wall is broken down, and a natural cave corridor leads down, turns slightly to the right, and directly to the right from you, a metal corridor goes down about 20 feet and then makes a right turn, you can see. It also smells down here like guano, bat guano.
Well, maybe we should not go waving a lot of lights around.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 100% down to not blow up guano gas.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The flickering from the symbols actually give you some light because it's all around on every metal wall.
Cool. Yeah, sure. It seems like good. We've just encountered zombies. Low light seems like a great choice.
Right. We can tap along very quietly.
Cool. This actually seems like a pretty good pause point for the stream.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Same thing. All right. Everybody else?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool. You made it down to level 2.
Awesome. It just took us two times to do it. Cool. So we are gonna be back next week. Gabe won't be with us. We will have, I think, Danielle Bilta is going to be joining us next week, I believe. Who I'm super excited to sit down and play with again. Who's been on stream a couple of times with us. I think it's going to be their first time playing an OSR game, also though too. So. I'm looking forward to it. Just once again, real quick before we hop off, I would love Liam. Go ahead and tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online.
Yep. So I'm Liam from the Hobbled Goblin podcast. I run a Savage Tide podcast rewritten for Pathfinder and set in Galarian instead of Greyhawk, which was a massive pain in the ass undertaking for me. You can find Hobbled Goblin Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitch. And I will actually be going live because living in Australia, it's only 7:40 a.m. right now here. So I'm going to be going live at 9 a.m. my time, so in about an hour and a half, playing a little indie game from Melbourne called MMORPG Tycoon 2. I've been streaming that for the last couple of weeks. We make our own little RPG game for the little AI to run through and play.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And then Richard, tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online.
I am Richard Ruane. I am the creator of Barrow Keep and Dark Designs and Verdigris and the upcoming Gnorcs Week. And they can find me on Twitter at ARR_ROO, Aru on Twitter.
Awesome. And then Markus, tell people, I know following you online is not as much of a thing. They can find you on Facebook. You should go check out West Coast OSR if anybody hasn't on Facebook also too. But tell people a little bit about Down We Go.
Down We Go is a minimalist OSR game system. Rules and character sheet fit on half a page. It's a very, very simple, very quick character generation, very easy for both the ref and the players. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm I'm so tired right now. I'm sorry.
No, I know it's getting late for you. We are right now in the process of working towards a print run for Down We Go. So we've taken all the work that Markus did. He had done a couple of dungeon pieces with that. You can find all of those over on ttrpg, or if you go to the link right down below all of our faces, or ttrpg.link/DWG, you can download the Ashcan, or basically the beta playtest materials for what I think we're calling it the Infinite Edition, just internally. I called it that the other day. That sounds really good.
Yeah, that's a
but
great name.
Yeah, it's got city procedures, some extra dungeons. We've got a hex crawl that's going to get added to the final print version by Ava Islam. We've got amazing art that's been added to the project, original art by Simone Tameta. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty close. Really cool international project, collaborators from all over. We've also got a art piece that's going to go in from Evelyn Monroe. And Carl, also known as Skull Fungus, whose last name I can't pronounce, but Markus can. How do you pronounce it?
Cranberry.
There you go. There you go. That's all going to go in. And so it'll be this probably 20-ish page zine print project. Absolutely beautiful, but it's the kind of OSR game you could give to somebody who's never played an RPG before and get them up and running pretty quickly, or just introduce them to OSR flavored play in a pretty quick manner. Also, too, which if you've noticed a lot of the time in this game, we're like, how do we not make a roll? How do we have to not make a roll? Because when you make rolls in OSR, that's when things have a chance to go horribly wrong. And so if you haven't checked it out yet, please do. You can support it at any number of levels to help us get the game into print. We're committed to printing it either way, but we're going to do this short funding process leading up to a small Kickstarter to print the physical thing. Most of that's actually just marketing to help people discover the project. I've been so excited about this game since I first played it that I absolutely wanted to help Markus develop it and get it out into the world a little bit more. So that's what we've been doing, and that's what every Wednesday in July is about. Come back next week and watch us try to capture or survive Dungeon Level 2 in Down We Go. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.